It's learning how to have that business mindset, right? Who do you think taught you that business mindset?
I think it might have been my dad, because my dad came here basically nothing, and he
Wow.
started buying cars that were broken down, fixing them, and flipping them. I
Damn.
think I got the hustler mentality from my dad, actually.
That is, you need a
Yeah.
hustler
Because
mentality.
especially like a hustler who needs to hustle, like you said, he's not even from here. He has no income. Like he's put in that like survival mindset.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like that survival mindset builds hustlers and bosses. You know, people who could feed themselves.
Yeah. It's also, if you grow up around hustlers, you're gonna become a hustler.
Yeah,
There's no
bro.
way around it. It's kind of how you're raised. And again, like you said, he has to do it because that's the way he's gonna survive.
Yep.
If you're comfortable or you have everything set for you, you're not gonna go out and do it, because why do you need to do it?
Exactly.
Why would you get out of your comfort
Yeah.
zone? You feel good, you feel happy in your spot. Oh, there's no need to get out of it and get
Yeah.
better and try to improve, because I have everything already. You can't look like that, because that's just gonna put you nowhere.
Once you're comfortable, that's a dangerous spot to be in, especially if you really have nothing and you're comfortable with a
Nothing.
75K job a year that barely pays the bills, and you barely make it, and you're comfortable, like, oh yeah, like I'm working with some friends, like, oh, I'm work at In and Out, like, oh, I'm comfortable, I can make it, I can eat. Are you really gonna settle for that? Like, you
Yeah.
have to get out there and prove that you're worth more than a manager at In and Out.
Yeah, you have to prove to everyone that you want to do something. Like you're not comfortable being on the lowest point. Like you said, 75K. I mean, out here that's not a lot.
That
Man.
ain't
Uh-huh.
shit.
Especially in the
can't-
Bay, bro.
Bro,
like-
if you're living by yourself, maybe. But if I mean, that's a maybe. But you need roommates. You need,
Yeah.
for some breathing room, for anything being saved, you need roommates, or
You
especially
need
if you want
to
to
live
start a
with
family
parents.
later. Like, that's not happening.
Yeah, man,
75K.
that's why better start now. Young.
Yeah.
Like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Especially like if you're 30 working minimum wage, you gotta think to yourself, like, what were you wasting time? Why were you wasting time?
And if you're making it, right, if you're in the Bay Area and you're making it, you're making what, 60K a year, you're paying off your bills, you're doing everything, and you're surviving. You're not homeless. Do you really want to be a prey, a victim to your wage? Do you want to see that check and be like, oh, I have a little more money to survive. Oh, I have just enough money to survive. You're literally a victim to your salary. Don't you want to be comfortable with your money? Don't you want to be to a point where you can go on vacation if you want to, and you could spend money and treat your friends? Don't you want to be at a place where you can control your own salary and schedule? And oh, if my boss doesn't pay me this week, oh, will still survive. I will still have the
Yeah.
money to go on vacation. I will still have the money to go treat myself. You don't want to be a slave to your wage in any point of your life. And it's better to start early than being a slave at 40, 50, 60, some people even more,
I want to get to you. So you said you were living that party life.
Yeah.
You were out here just wasting time.
Yeah.
When did you get to the point where you were like, bro, like I'm fucking up?
When I was still kind of going to the parties, going to the clubs. Oh, it's Saturday night, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, this DJ is playing. Let's go to the club. I mean, it came to the point where it was like, yeah, it was fun. Everything was cool. But I started slowly drifting away from it and thinking more and being more self-conscious about it, thinking to myself, like, everyone out here is broke. No,
That's
literally,
facts, yeah.
everyone is broke in there,
Yeah.
except for the owners.
Except,
Let me be the owner.
you know what's crazy?
Huh.
What did everybody growing up do when they were broke as fuck? What did they do in their free time? Growing up in like high school or middle school? Where did
Broke
they
as
go?
fuck, though.
Where did they go?
The mall.
The mall. They went to the mall.
I didn't get that. I was never like really like down bad to like my last dollar, but I mean, I've gotten to the point where I had a couple hundred and I was scraping.
Bro, why are you here with
Exactly.
$2 in your pocket going to the mall for
Dude,
fun?
exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
What you're doing is prospecting you guys to make money, come back and buy shit.
Exactly.
You're literally a prospect going to the mall. That's why they put so much money and funding into building that big mall. It's
Yeah.
because it's just
Yeah.
prospecting everybody to
Yeah.
spend their money. It's like a money void. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Same with any other group downtown, stuff like that. That's why they spend so much money on buildings and things like that, because because they just want you to be just feed yourself into it. And if you're living by each salary, right, and you're barely able to get that extra $200-300 to live with, imagine putting that extra little juice of your life into the mall. You know what I mean? Or going to the store and buying a coffee when you barely can buy fucking food at the store or groceries.
Did you lose any friends from like
A shit ton, actually. No, a lot of people fell off. I mean, you are who you surround yourself with at the end of the day, right? Like, if you surround yourself with hustlers, like you said, you're gonna make it out and become a hustler.
it's not wrong to lose any friends, especially when you're leveling up, you know?
Yeah.
If you don't want to level up with me, then I mean,
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
not
bro.
gonna carry you.
I mean, it could be anybody, right? It could be family members, it could be loved ones. It's like, I love you, nothing personal, but everyone's on their own path, and if your path doesn't align with somebody's, then you're
Yeah.
just gonna be taken off your path if you
Yeah.
try to align with their path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not personal, and you don't have to create bad blood, but it's like, okay, we understand that we're on a different page,
Exactly.
and for me to evolve and succeed and get to the next step, I can't be looking at the past. Simple as that. How do you sell? So, going back to the business part of things, how do you sell products?
So you got to find your niche, right? You just go to the gym, you bring a bunch of samples, you start talking to people before you even whip it out. You start talking to people, be like, hey, like, do you use pre-workout? If they say no, be like, oh, I mean, there you just still made a friend, still made a connection.
Yeah, you made a connection.
If a scrawny dude comes, like, say like you're 5'10", super scrawny, looks like you never picked up a weight, and you pull out a backpack, try to deal out pre-workout or a protein supplement to someone, I'm gonna look at you and start laughing, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
you gotta have a little meat on you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, especially for me as a trainer, like, people
Yeah.
are gonna look at me and be like, "Oh, do I want to look like that guy?" If I
Yeah.
don't want
Exactly.
to look like me, then
Exactly.
they're not gonna train with me.
Exactly.
It's simple as that.
End of
Roll
the
up
day.
the sleeves a little bit.
Exactly.
Some stuff. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You're selling yourself.
exactly, you sell yourself, and then with my hoodie brand, Second Wind, it's under the same my own personal training brand, but it's also kind of like a merch type of thing. But the way I wanted to let my business speak for itself is through the quality, right? Because a lot of these merch brands, they try to just throw out clothes and put a price on it. But with me, I spend some money to get some samples and get different manufacturers and just try to find like that perfect quality. Because yeah, you could have a good design, right? But if the quality's not there, why would anybody buy it from you?
Yeah.
So it's a business mindset, and it's also understanding that you are confident in your own quality. Because if you had your brand, right, you
Yeah.
had a shirt and it was made of some bullshit material, would you be confident selling that to people?
Hell no.
No, dude.
Yeah.
You want to spend that extra money, even if your profit margins aren't as high. You want to get something that you're confident in, because that your confidence in your own product will speak and make your sales
Exactly.
pitch or whatever way you're trying to go about it seem more genuine and more real.
It's going back to that point where it's like I personally use my pre-workout every day I lift.
Yeah, you're being loyal to
Exactly.
your own self.
Yeah.
You're that's just a downer on your own brand.
Why would people want to buy your brand if you
If you don't even use it,
one? Yeah.
exactly.
Personally, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just I'm gonna rep my brand once I get more of my product. Simple as that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cop one of those too. I'm gonna need to rep that too.
Yeah, just like supporting each other, you know.
Yeah.
But how about you, Alex? What do you put out for your window business? Like, how's it been?
So I made a few business cards. You know, I made a logo. I hopped on that Canva. Printed some business cards. You know, I got the van. Right now I'm trying to save up some bread. Probably put my logo on my van.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Just I have my van free advertising if I drive, if I park.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Like,
That's probably the best step you could take.
you
is
know,
that.
like, bro, people be like, oh shit, that's a nice van. Like, damn. Oh, that's a nice logo. Oh shit, let me give them a call. Fuck, I need it.
Yeah, and your van is big, so people will see it.
It's a free billboard, bro.
Yeah, it's a billboard. And I mean, what, you're 19 years old with a van?
Yeah, man,
That's a big step.
Like, bro, I took the risk. I had a car. I had a regular ass car. You know, I paid it off. It was my fucking car. And I was like, all right, what can I do to make more money?
What's the next step?
I sold my car.
Mm.
I bought a brand new van for work.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that van is paying for itself.
Yeah. What's that first step? Oh, I need to get my own stuff.
Yeah.
First, especially things like cleaning businesses and that sector of the industry. You need your own things. That's why people get stuck working for other people, because it's like, oh, I have to show up. They have the supplies for me already.
Yeah,
they
they
have
have
the
everything.
van. They have the labor. No, you want that to be all you, because then
All
you can
you,
just
yeah.
go up. Oh, I can do this job in this much time, this much money. I can come in. I'll see you in an hour. You
And
ever see those videos online? Where,
Yeah. Like, oh, I'll mow your lawn for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
But it also takes like the expertise, you know, like you can't just give someone window shit and be like, oh, here, go clean that shit. Like it takes time to learn it because it's a skill, you know, like your dad said, he's a mechanic. What did he love? Cars.
Yeah.
So he stuck with that, and now look, he's successful, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's chilling, you know, just work on your skill, focus on yourself, and then just, bro, like build up your expertise, like build up your knowledge on that shit, and then maybe you can make money off of it.
Yeah, I mean, make money off your passion. That's the dream, right? People want to make money off, say, for example, video games, because they love to play video games. Why do you think people fall off sometimes on their businesses? Because they don't love to do that.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to do. You have to love what you're doing. If you love to work out, make a brand over working out. If you love, for example, you love working out, you need pre-workout every day. That's a passion that you can run with, and you enjoy talking to people about.
Yeah.
It's always about how you can show other people that you actually are passionate about what you're trying to put out there.
And it takes patience, bro, too. Like some people just quit. Like, how long did it take you to make your website, bro?
It took around a couple weeks in total to get
But it's a process, you know.
Yeah.
But now, wasn't it worth it?
It's worth it. If you rush the process, you're not gonna get anything out of it. You're gonna get out what you put in at the end of the
don't
day.
rush the process.
Exactly.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think that it's so easy to go and pay for a website? Because you don't have to do all that work yourself. So if you're willing to put that effort in, it's going to pay off, because now you don't have to worry about, oh, I have to give 5% to the company every time I make a sale.
Every sale will be like 3% of every transaction. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that.
It seems low, but it
seems
adds
low.
up.
It racks
Yeah,
up,
it
dude.
adds up, bro.
It's like 25 cents every purchase. How many times you selling? You're selling like 10 orders a day. Boom.
They're making free money off of you. You're basically working for them.
Exactly. You're working for it's pretty much. They're making passive income. I'm trying to do that, not them.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how you have to be smart enough to say, oh, okay, I could do it myself.
Yeah.
Oh, it takes a little, maybe another week or two of work, but we could do it. I mean, me and Alex, we were trying to set up this podcast. There was a lot of bullshit that we had to go through to even get these mics to work. And we could have easily gave in and bought like these extra equipment and all this other stuff, but no, we made it work and we didn't give up. I mean, if you want to start a podcast, it's not as easy as sit down and talk, you know?
Yeah.
You have to get a lot of other stuff.
We have to figure out which app to, you know, use it, which mics are the best. Even this little arm, bro, before we just had we sat it on the table, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, it takes time to...
How to edit.
Yeah.
You want it in 4K. You don't want some bullshit quality. You have to have space, because 4K takes a lot of space. You know, you have to be able to do the extra dirty work, because I mean, it's just you and whoever you started up with, or just you. So you have to be able to have the time to do the bullshit, so later everything is figured out. Oh, I know this, I know that. Out. Smooth.
Exactly.
And it's cool because you did it already, right? You know how to make a website.
Yeah.
You have a knowledge that someone could pay for. You can be like, bro, look, give me $100, I'll build you a website.
But now give me 2% of your company.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, like shit like that. Like you know how now.
Yeah, I mean, what's the hardest part of anything is that first step.
Yeah, that first
just
step.
learning it.
Hardest part of the gym is to drive to the gym. Hardest part of starting, say, for example, homework is getting your ass on the seat and opening that book. It's literally just the first step, and then you're carried afterwards.
Yeah.
But that first step is usually where people can't even get to.
First step, and then you go with the flow and trust the process. And
it's getting that flow state.
It's
the flow state is the most important part. I mean, if you're working out, sometimes you work out and it's 30-40 minutes past. It's like, damn, that was quick. You're in the flow state.
Yeah.
If you're working on your business, 2 hours pass of you editing or doing your website, I was in the flow state. You know, you have to get in that mode where you're mindless and you're just focused in on what you love to do. I mean, if you have free time, fill it with something. Fill it with trying to get to a different spot. Fill it with trying to make a new passion into something. You have to fill up everything. I know most of y'all don't work out.
Yeah.
I know that's something that it can easily fill up 2 hours. Keep thinking of productive things to fill up time.
A lot of people are stuck on their phone. Like my phone, I feel like I'll charge it, you know, it's fully charged, and then by the end of the day, it's probably like 70% still.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, the issue is not even the screen time itself. It's the amount. It adds up, because when you're on your phone, say you scroll through Instagram and you put it down, 5 minutes later, back on Instagram. Back down, and then back on Instagram, and then back
that's
down.
why
it adds up.
That's why they added the notification feature.
Yes.
Yeah.
I turn off all my notifications.
Dude, that's literally, it's a dopamine hit. Once you hear that, you're like, oh shit, where's my phone?
Oh, somebody wants.
Fuck, where's my phone?
Snapchat, Twitter, they have
it's
their own
dopamine
They have their
hit,
own sounds, bro. It's like, look, even when dogs, Make a noise. Time to eat.
Yeah.
They'll come. It's like
Yeah.
us with phones and
Yes,
notifications, bro.
We're literally being domesticated. Like,
No, we are.
it's for real.
Dude, we are.
It's crazy. They're trying to kill motivation. Because why would you be motivated on something else if there's unlimited dopamine on your phone?
Unlimited dopamine. That's a drug.
Why do
bro.
you need to be motivated to go work out if you could feel better going on Instagram? Why do you need to feel motivated to start a business if you could watch other people start their business on
Exactly.
YouTube? Why do you need to be motivated to do anything when everything is being done for you and shown on YouTube? If you want to
Uh-huh.
build a house, right? You could see someone build it on YouTube in 30 seconds. Oh, you got the dopamine of seeing it from start to completion. Why do
Mhm.
you need to do it? You don't need to feel the... It's stuff like that. It's where literally instant gratification, but also you're seeing things being created instantly. So why would you need to do the same thing is if you could view it being instantly created somewhere else?
It goes back to, talking to people, bro. Talk to someone. Maybe they know something you don't.
Bro, everybody has a story. Everybody has a story.
There's this YouTube channel, Soft White Underbelly, bro. He interviews homeless people.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's how he
I've seen
came
him.
up. Like
Yeah.
all his YouTube channel, bro. He just came up by interviewing homeless people. Their stories are crazy.
Yeah.
Like to us, it's like holy shit, but to them, it's like oh shit. Like,
A
oh,
random
shit.
day. Oh, I got...
Just another day.
I just got robbed.
But that's how he came up, bro.
Yeah.
Just talking to people.
Bro, who's the guy that came up to people asking, what do you guys do for a living?
That one
Daniel
TikTok
Mack,
guy,
bro.
yeah.
Daniel Mack.
He came up off
That
asking
dude-
people.
yeah.
He came up off talking to people that were rich.
Yep.
He put himself around rich people,
Yep.
and he became rich.
That's how you
Literally
do it.
forced the name of put
Mhm.
yourself in the environment and you
Yeah.
will become like the other.
Yeah,
He forced it.
that dude's smart.
Very smart. I mean, he probably knew from the beginning too. He probably
Yeah,
it's
look,
not a
he-
luck thing.
He started it though. One of
Yeah.
the first guys to be like, oh, what do you do?
What do you do?
Like it
for
was a
them?
car guy, that guy, or you say same guy?
No,
I don't know,
so
There's a car guy, street guy, house guy.
Oh, bro,
Dude,
they all
he goes
they all-
everywhere.
Yeah, no,
but now like people that are famous and rich, they're excited when he asks the
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
You're that dude, huh?
Yeah.
Even Nardwar, everyone was like, "Who's this like layman?"
Yeah.
But now
He's
it's
hella
that's the goat.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's OG.
Cause yeah, before like no one knew he had a start at one point. No one knew who the fuck Nardwar was.
He did TED Talks. He has the same mindset though. He has that hustler mindset.
Yeah, like that's his character.
Yeah.
But he made that character,
Mhm.
and that's what made him rich or successful.
Yeah. And I mean, who knows how he does it, but he gets reactions out of people like, "Damn, how did you know that?"
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
'cause-
no one else is doing that. That's unique.
Yeah, like
no
they
one's
know
able to
some
copy
shit. Like your mom
he-
only
that.
knows.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't see any other interviewers doing that. That's why he's so famous. That's why everybody wants to interview with him. Like, so say you know somebody that's rich or somebody that's in a spot of life where you want to be like him. What's the best way to get like him? If you have the humbleness and the ability to look at yourself from third person and say that, okay, I'm not where I want to be at, and this dude is where I want to be at. What's the best way to get past that barrier? Talk to him. Ask him how he got to where he is. Most people see people that are better than them, and they don't want to admit that they're better than them.
That's weird.
You have to be able to admit that you're not in the spot that you want to be at, and you have to have less of an ego and put your pride down and be able to take that step to level up. Ask for a mentor. Hey, can you point me in the right direction? I don't want
Yeah.
to take too much of your time, but can you give me some advice?
Go learn, bro. That's the most healthiest shit you could do. Go learn something new. Especially if you're just in a fucking loop, you're in a hole. You would say, you're just stuck. Some people be like, damn, I feel stuck. Bro, you
Yeah.
feel stuck because you're doing the same shit. Go learn something new. Go outside. Go get a new job. Go talk to someone. Go make a new friend.
If you're a mentor, right, and you have 20 people that you mentor, you're looking at the lives of 20 people. That's 20 extra lives on top of yours that you're gaining experience from. So now you're worth not just the experience that you have, but you're worth the mistakes and experiences of 30, 40, how many people you've mentored in the past. So that's why you have to be able to talk to people, because you have to look at it as gaining experience and also not having to waste your time to get that experience. You save that time and condense that learning period to get the experience from other people that have been through it. So you don't make the same mistakes. So you can take that step forward. So you can get to make that decision that you're not sure about, but now you are because other people have made the same decision.